Hey, welcome to Questions Nobody Can Answer, where each episode we ask a question that only you can answer for yourself. My name is Nathaniel Welch.
And I'm Billy Welch.
Today, we're wondering which of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is your favorite.
Yes, this is fun.
Yeah, we're revisiting
It's exciting.
this from episode 2 of Lamp and Twine Week, where we asked this question, but I think we probably just answered and moved on. We didn't spend very long.
We didn't deep dive it.
Really talking a lot about why, and then just turtles in general. I think this personally is hard for me. You know, I can be quite indecisive sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm either very sure or very unsure. I'm rarely in the middle.
I understand.
And
I get it.
This is one of the things that I'm very unsure on. So it's hard to choose for me.
I get it.
Even though I have said previously,
because
before,
there's
this
favorites,
person's my favorite,
and
this
there's
person's
ones
my favorite. But the thing is,
Yeah.
all 4 of them are great.
They're all
All
great.
4 of the turtles are great. Yeah. So let's just start. Which is your favorite?
Okay, that's easy for me.
Okay.
It actually is pretty easy for me. And it's Leonardo.
Okay.
And the reason it's Leonardo is probably because, I mean, there's multiple things about Leo that I love. He's the protector of the group.
Yeah.
He's the leader of the group. I love his weapon of choice.
He's got 2 swords.
Sometimes
uses one.
You know, I like all of the different types of weapons they use,
really
but
cool.
Swords that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I just, there's something about that. And just the fact that I probably relate with him a little more, being a leader. And so that's where I'm going to fall in line. Now, the others I love. I absolutely love the others.
Yeah.
And I love the characteristics that we get from the other Ninja Turtles.
They balance each other out.
They really do.
Sure.
I've always been partial to Michelangelo just because he's got a carefree spirit and he's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think every group needs a Michelangelo.
Yeah.
I think every person needs a Michelangelo
Raph
in their
is
life.
the guy who starts losing at the game and turns off the GameCube.
Yeah, and so here's the thing:
Michelangelo is not that
If you
guy.
are a Michelangelo, if you are that type of a person, if you're a carefree person, then you really kind of need a Leonardo in your life and a Donatello. You need these other types because you're prone to just your carefree nature is so. I mean, it's out there and it can distract you.
At the same time, part of
Yes.
Mikey's carefreeness is because the rest of his brothers are so serious.
Yes.
And so to some degree, it's a choice by him.
It's a choice.
Because he's trying to balance them out.
And he can be serious at times. But if I'm gonna pick one, I'm gonna say Leonardo. Now I love the other one. Like I said, I love the other ones, and I love Donatello's. He loves tech. He loves gadgets. I think all of us have a little bit of that in us. We like some gadgets.
Yeah.
And then of course Raph is. Raph is just he's awesome.
He's awesome.
He's just Raph. So.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at. I'm going with Leonardo, and it's always been Leonardo. I mean, I identify with him very well. Yeah. So it's kind of got the Jedi thing going on too. He's focused and
he's the one that whenever I guess he's like the most spiritual out of all the turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that.
Kind of that Jedi thing.
And the way he sizes up. Different things, different situations. So, and of course, you've got to go back. I mean, if you really want to look at Ninja Turtles, you got to go all the way back. You got to go all the way back to the 80s. And of course, it's changed over time. And you've got TMNT, and you've got, of course, video games. There's all kinds of stuff to talk about.
A lot of good ones, a lot of bad ones.
But man, it's hard to beat the Technodrome and the 80s. The 80s were cool, and you had the Turtle Blimp, and you had the battle. It was it was just very cool stuff. And those early 80s cartoons are. I mean, I grew up on that stuff. And now my grandson's getting to grow up on it, so it's pretty awesome. But I'm going Leonardo. What about you?
Oh, it's hard. I think one of the greatest thing about the Turtles is that they're all relatable. I think you can relate to them all in some way.
Maybe in certain seasons in your life,
or
certain
you'll relate to
times
some
of the
more
week,
than the
you
others.
can relate to some more than others.
Because you've talked about leadership. That just makes Leonardo very relatable. if you've ever been in a position of leadership, or if you have that kind of skill set or something, right? And also he's serious. He takes things seriously. He's very, very caring, which they all are, and they all express that in their different ways.
Well, there's a loyalty amongst them it's that loyalty of brothers, and it's kind of like, don't pick on my family.
Yeah.
Only I am allowed to pick on my family.
Which is very much Raph's attitude.
Yes, that's the attitude you have there. Raph, but that's a good thing.
Will be mean to them, but you can't be mean to them.
You can't be
mean
to them.
But you can't be.
Yeah.
It makes it hard to choose because I feel like I can relate to them all in some way. As a very energetic kid, when like years and years and years ago, I just thought Michelangelo was the coolest.
Yeah.
And but as I've grown from being a 4 or 5 year old with way too much energy to where I am today, obviously things have changed. Yeah. So it's hard. I think I'm gonna say Donatello.
Yeah. I kind of figured it'd be Donatello.
Purple's cool.
You're a little more like Donatello.
I really like blue.
Yep.
So that's hard to not choose Leo. I care about, out of the 4 colors, I care for orange the least. But
as far as favorite colors.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I like red.
Okay.
I like blue. I like purple. Blue's my favorite color, but gonna have to go with Donatello. But this is where I gotta get a little specific because the Turtles have had so many variations. I mean, you've talked about it.
Absolutely.
There's been games. There's been comics.
Well, and they've kind of played on the latter years,
shows.
How they've died, and a couple of them have died off, and they've got the whole Ronin thing. Yeah. So they've kind of completed some of the story, which I don't really like. I'll be honest with you, I don't like that. I don't like that they brought it to the end and
they've done that. They've
killed 3 of them.
Ended.
It's to me, it's
like a few different lines.
To me, it's a cartoon, and of course they've had movies and have other things come out, but I don't want to see those parts of my heroes.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the end of my heroes. I want to see my heroes just continue on, and somehow in the middle of all the crazy, they save the day. And they come out on top when you don't think they're going to come out on top, but they save the day and they live to fight another day so they can make another movie and another cartoon. I don't want to see them die.
Yeah.
So especially when you're dealing with cartoon characters. It's one thing if it's movies like Marvel movies and things like that. But with cartoon, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the end.
Characters from your
I want to see
show.
The continuing story. I don't want to see the end.
That's the G1 movie in a nutshell. Everyone was like, I don't want to see all these guys die.
Nobody wants to see the heroes die. I mean,
that's a cool movie.
We want to see the heroes continue so they can make more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's been a lot of variations between the different shows, the different, I guess, like turtle universes. And as we have watched a good bit of the original 80s cartoon over the past few months, that show does have a lot more depth than I remember it having to some degree.
Yeah.
But my favorite...
If you're looking at it from the view of an adult watching it, you kind of see the layers of depth in it.
Yeah.
You also see some of the cheesiness in it. I mean, because it is cheesy at moments.
Yeah.
But it's a cartoon, again.
But my favorite of the Turtles is the 2003 show, going from 2003 to whenever. They had like 7 seasons, maybe 8.
The cartoon, right?
Yeah, the cartoon. Really, really liked that. Of course, there was the 3 movies, the 3 live-action movies, plus TMNT, which is the number 4 of those, but that was CGI. I love that movie. So I'd say that and the 2003 Turtles show. That's what I really like about Turtles. And Donatello, as he's been depicted in some of the Turtle shows since then, and even a little bit in the original show, was... And I haven't read the original comics or anything like that, so I don't know how he was there. But in the original show and in some of the newer stuff, they've leaned a lot heavier into the kind of like nerd stereotype.
Yeah.
And what I really like about the 2003 show and about Secret of the Ooze, which that's my favorite of those 3 live action ones, is that Donatello...
So that'd be 91. Because I think in 90 was the movie.
Okay.
And then you had 91, and then you had like 92 or 93 when the third one came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Donatello is still cool.
Yeah.
In those.
Oh, he is. It's awesome.
And I relate to Donatello's telling jokes that not everyone finds funny, but he thinks they're funny.
He thinks they're funny, but they're not funny.
Well, I find them funny.
What's funny is he thinks they're funny.
I like his sense of humor. I like all of that, but he's still cool. And I'm not a fan of the Donatellos that aren't cool. So if we're talking about like some of those specific turtle universes, I wouldn't say Donatello's my favorite. But if I get to kind of be a little picky, then I'm going to say my favorite is Donatello.
Yeah.
But then...
No, I get it.
Besides that...
Because they've changed them, so they have so many variations of them.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's hard to really...
So, one of the things that I don't like, and this just drives me nuts, and you explained it to me, but I'm a fan of like the early cartoons. And when the early cartoons came out, I mean, that was when, action figures were really a big deal in the 80s. And of course you had G.I. Joes and Transformers and different things like that. And toys. And I never had Ninja Turtles growing up. I mean, we didn't get Ninja Turtles till you guys were born, and then we started getting Ninja Turtles because they were cool. And I think we got them because I really liked them and I wanted you to like them. So that was really, but one of the things that I don't like is I don't like how they took Michelangelo's nunchucks away.
Oh, in the original show, and they gave
I
him
would
the
say out of everything about Ninja Turtles, that is probably the number one thing that I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like that they took the nunchucks away from Michelangelo. He should always have the nunchucks. Now, I think it's great that he's good with the grappling hook because we learned that he's actually really good at everything.
He's really good at everything.
I mean,
That's why he
very talented.
Is the ultimate turtle.
He's like the ultimate turtle.
Take everything seriously. Yeah.
So
he's the most skilled.
But I don't like that they did that in the cartoon series. The second thing that I don't like about Ninja Turtles is, again, and I already said it, is they kind of told the story out. They ended them. And I get them wanting to do that and maybe relaunch for a new generation, and they have comics and all this type of stuff. But I just didn't like that. So those are the two things that I probably don't like about Ninja Turtles and what we've had so far. In my universe, Michelangelo always has the nunchucks. Number one, I mean, that's just the way it is. And the turtles are the turtles, and you leave the turtles alone.
The only one who I feel like doesn't need weapons is Raph. Yes, he can just he might as well just punch dudes.
I think the size are cool, but the size are cool. But what I think is so great about Raph is those are small weapons, and to be able to, I mean, you gotta have skill to use those against a guy that has a sword.
Yeah.
So
and
I mean,
gotta be
because
confident.
you have no leverage. Number one, because they're small. So it's all about, knowing the martial art well enough that they do. And so I think that's one of the coolest weapons out there. But you're right. If he wasn't going to have a weapon, he's a great fighter. I mean, he's a great fighter. But he's also got the attitude for it.
He's the brawler.
He's the brawler. And, I think that's great. Talking about movies just for a minute, I gotta go. Like, my favorite movies are those first three movies, and I know a lot of people don't like the third movie. I like the 90, the 91, and I like the third one where they go in time.
4. I don't care for the other two.
And the reason that I like those movies is again, I love the characters. I love the way they did the suits. I love how it's raw. It's just so raw.
They are very interesting.
And maybe the acting's not the best, but it's not supposed to be because it's Ninja Turtles.
It's Turtles.
So I'm okay with it being the way it is, and it goes down as one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm gonna pick the Secret of the Ooze, and then probably go with number 1 and then number 3. I mean, but those movies, for me, I grew up with those movies, and I mean, I could quote those movies. I love them, and we watched them till basically the tape ran out, because that's what it was back then. It was VHS. We didn't have it on DVD, so we'd watch it, and then you start getting squiggly lines in it, and then it was like, okay, we gotta buy another one.
Scott and I,
because it's getting bad.
Ran Secret of the Ooze and Turtles 3 till the DVDs we had of those.
And those movies were so great because those movies was the introduction of Casey Jones. And that's when we kind of really started seeing some things change, because in the 90s, that's when they changed the cartoon a little bit, and they added Casey Jones, and they took the nunchucks away from Mikey and gave him the grappling hook. That's when you get volume 2 of the So and that's how when you watch it, they show they show parts of the live movie,
action,
the live action in the
cuts.
Yeah,
and it was all about the Rat King.
But those movies are great. And really, one was good. One was really good, especially when they go off to the house, and they're holed up in the house. There's just a good movie. So I'm gonna go that with the movies. Okay. And then I gotta point out the PlayStation 2 video game from the cartoons.
Turtles 2003. Yeah,
that
game is awesome.
Here is the thing. For me, that is in the top 5 of my video games of all time.
That game is so good that, Scott, if you're watching this, next time you're here, we're going to play it again.
You got to do a video game review on that game.
We got it.
I think
it's great.
What I love about it is it's tabletop down. It's kind of like the
it's almost top down-ish.
Yeah, it's got kind of a top down. It's got a great view of the way the camera is. The maneuvers on the PS2 controller were outstanding.
Yeah.
It was good. It was kind of it had a button pushing element to it.
It's like Turtle, for those of you who have never played the 2003 video game, it's like Turtles in Time in 3D, pretty much.
Yeah.
It takes Turtles in Time, and so if you haven't played Turtles in Time, Shredder's Revenge, the newest Turtles beat-em up, it's like those, but in 3D.
I would say that if you play video games at all, that is a must video game you need to play. And that's what I like about it. I like that it's hard. I like that it's got a button pushing element to it, but there are specific moves that you can do. I like that it's tabletop down. You got a good view of everything, and I like that the graphics are good. I mean, just the art, the animation is outstanding, and the music is good, and the story is good. And it is hard.
Kind of retail.
It's a hard game. And the cool thing is they made a sequel to it. I think it's Battle Nexus or something, and that's not a bad one either. I mean, they kind of carried it on
later in the show.
One of the
they had really good that show had really good Game Boy Advance games too.
Yeah, and that fighting Shredder in that first game, that was hard. That was a hard level.
Well, it's hard enough to get to.
Yeah, and I couldn't beat him unless I was Leonardo. I couldn't beat him with the other turtles.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things. But that's. Again, probably that's in my top 5 video games of all time.
Okay.
Which is saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
That's saying a ton.
Because
that is saying a lot.
Yeah, I'm really in on the classics, and that's a newer one. I mean, we can say it's a classic now.
Well, it's 22 years old.
Yeah, stuff doesn't become the 90s.
How long until something becomes retro?
Okay, so let me say it like this: 80s cars are now classics.
Okay. So still,
when I grew up, 50s were classics.
Okay, so the Super Nintendo. Are 90s classics?
So NES would be or is it just I don't think we're quite 80s? There yet. I think we're a few years off, but we're close.
Okay.
I think once we hit the 30s, 90s will definitely be the classics because you're talking about 40 years later.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. We could just be a few years from it. 80s just became classics. 80s cars.
Okay.
So that's really crazy. That's just a crazy. That's a crazy thought. It's a crazy thought that I grew up in the classics.
Okay.
It's wild, but
here's a question.
Yes.
Who's your second favorite?
I'm probably going to pick Michelangelo.
Okay.
Just because he's fun. And I think it's because I need those kinds of people in my life to break up the serious because I have kind of a serious aside to me, especially I can get locked in on some things, and I kind of crave the balance. And he's a lot of fun. He's just a lot of fun. And I had a friend growing up that was kind of like that. So that's just me. But I'd have to say Michelangelo.
Okay.
But I will say this: if I was ever going to be in trouble and I was ever going to walk into a situation, I would want a Raphael next to me. I'm just being honest, because he's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
And guys that have no fear, those are dangerous guys. They're just dangerous guys.
Raph is he's so awesome. Part of why Raph is so awesome is because that original movie timeline, TMNT, he becomes Night Watcher.
Yeah.
Raphael becomes Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of a crazy. I haven't really seen TMNT
Leo's
enough.
Gone.
So
I gotta dive into that a little bit. The last 2 times we watched it, as in me, you, Scott, and Abby, I think you napped both times.
Yeah, probably.
So
probably
you probably just need to watch it again.
I probably napped both times.
But anyway,
but that's okay.
Yeah, Leo is Leo's like helping. He's basically become like a hero in Africa or something.
He's like off on his own doing his own thing. Yeah,
Michelangelo.
I remember that part. That was weird.
He's I can't remember what they're called. It's the person who you would like pay to come to your party.
Yeah.
Dressed up as like a clown or something.
Yeah.
He becomes one of those.
Yeah.
Donatello is tech support, and Raph is Batman. That's who he becomes.
Nobody has anything to do. They've already beat all the bad guys.
Yeah.
Except for
Shredder's been dead for years.
He becomes a vigilante. Is what Raph does. He's basically
It's cool, but anyway, I bring that up to say I really, really like Raph for so many reasons. Raph fights with Donatello for my number one, but Leonardo is my second favorite. I don't know, like, maybe that doesn't make any sense to you. I'm not talking about you, to people in general. It doesn't
make sense.
But
it's Turtles.
But Raph and Donatello fight for my number one, but Leo is my second favorite. Just gonna say that.
Yeah. Okay. Probably because you can't decide on the number one. Well, you do, but barely.
Well, and they're also close because I've talked so little about Michelangelo. I've been like, Orange sucks, but I love Michelangelo. Yeah. So they're also close. I just like them all. We haven't even talked about other characters.
No, we haven't talked about other characters. Is your
favorite turtle your favorite character in Turtles?
Is my favorite? Yes.
Okay. So you... Yeah. So it's not like Splinter.
I mean, I like Splinter, and I like Casey Jones, and there's April O'Neil, and there's Dr. Stockton. There's all these other
Shredder, Karai.
Shredder's the version of Shredder that we have in the PlayStation 2, that animated series. That version that's a mean Shredder.
He was an alien.
But the Shredder in
really crazy.
In the 80s,
he's kind of a buffoon.
Yeah, and I think he's Starscream. Is he Starscream?
No,
is it this guy that voiced Starscream?
You're thinking of.
Oh, I'm thinking of Cobra Commander. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he is kind of a buffoon,
Yeah.
And so, I mean, Leo's my favorite all the way through it, hands down. I mean, and I would say all of the other characters in the story, they don't touch any of the turtles. It's all turtles for me.
Splinter is really cool.
I mean, I like Splinter,
but I think besides him. Yeah,
he's the Yoda of the story.
What about the punk frogs? Any of the punk frogs?
No, I'm not a fan of those guys. I'm not a fan of those. I think we got to talk about tech. What's your favorite tech in Turtles?
What do you
your
mean?
Favorite piece of technology? Because there's some really good technology. Donatello comes up with some great technology,
and they've got the battle shell.
So we talk. They've got the battle shell. They got the turtle blimp. They got a motorcycle.
Leo gets that magic sword. I don't know if we count that as technology.
Yeah.
Ancient technology.
There's the Technodrome, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
There's Crane's body that he walks around in. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Don't know why he, decided to...
So do you have a favorite piece? I mean, for me, it's simple. It's easy. Hands down.
The little... What do they call them? The little turtle phones?
Oh, those are cool. Yeah, the little, walkie-talkies. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, those are great.
I'm going to go with that. Because that's probably
You're going to go with that.
Because I don't know that I would care for that nowadays. But that's the one thing, if I was a kid, that I would have wanted.
Okay.
It's one of the turtle phones.
That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome.
So that's what I'm going to say.
I am going to go 100% because when I saw it the first time, it blew me away as a kid with the turtle blimp. I love
You want an entire blimp?
I love the turtle blimp. The turtle blimp's awesome. And I love how it detaches and it becomes a glider. That to me is like, when I saw that the first time when I was a kid watching, man, I was like, come on, they're taking on. I think they were fighting Krang the first time I saw it, but I think it was in the movie.
And they would whatever from it. What do you call this? Zip line kind of.
Yeah, zip line down on it. Yeah. It's cool. That's where I'm at. I wish they would have had the turtle blimp in the movies. Man, it would have been so cool. It'd have been different. But it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome.
I don't know how they would have done it.
I got to go with the turtle blimp. The other thing that we need to look at, okay, we've answered the tech question, we answered the favorite turtle, and we talked a little bit about video games, we talked about the movies, we've done that part of it. One of the things that I really, really love about the Turtles is I like how they pair off. And so you always kind of see Donatello and Michelangelo together.
And Leo.
And you always see Leo and Raph together.
Yeah.
And the thing about Leo and Raph is they really rub each other the wrong way. Donnie and Mikey don't do that at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
They both just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
So you have two that are creating all of the drama, and you have two that are not.
I think Leo and Raph have the highest expectations of themselves and their brothers, and Mikey and Donnie kind of just are more okay to roll with it. So when they're together, Donnie's willing to put up with Mikey's foolishness.
Yeah.
And all of that, but with Leo and Raph, that's where it gets tense.
But you don't see that in the original cartoons. You don't see that until the movies hit.
When Raph.
Yeah, and once the movies hit, they kind of play on this whole drama side thing. But
you got to. It's a movie, right? It's got to be dramatic.
The strengths of the individual turtles and how they pair off really enhances their ability as a team, I think. So...
And I think to some degree, any combination of them would be strong.
Yeah.
But Leo and Raph and Mikey and Donnie, I think those specific two pairs is, I think, them at their best, or the ones who they have the most synergy with.
You take Leo's strategy and his style and his leadership ability to take on something. You take Raph's brawn and his strength and his get it done approach, and that's a great a group together. And then you take Michelangelo and his Donatello and his ingenuity, crazy ideas. And Mikey's willingness
to go with
the crazy idea.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Donatello launching Michelangelo off of his bow staff or something.
Yeah.
Mikey was like, let's do it.
He's that kind of guy.
He's that kind of guy.
So I just think it's cool.
The Turtles are great. I love the Turtles.
And it'll be interesting to see kind of how the next generation embraces them and as they move forward and stuff. And we didn't get into all the video games, but there is a ton of video games.
Yeah, I know the original Turtles on the NES was super popular. The first Turtles game on the NES.
And the first Turtles game in the NES, they all had red.
Really hard too.
They all had red bandanas
because they did in the comics.
Yeah. So they weren't separated by color, and the Game Boy game was cool. It was a cool game. I think the games really took off when they came out with the first arcade version. The arcade versions came out, and arcades at the time were huge.
Yeah. We're still miles ahead.
Yeah.
Tech-wise from home
So
consoles.
you go back to that first arcade game, and that was a big deal. If you were in an arcade, and the cool thing about that was you could all team up and play the different parts of the game, and then it really took off when they came out with the PlayStation games. It really it was like a whole new level. And now the ones that got out now.
But I think I remember the movie game for TMNT, that game being really good.
Although, it was a good game.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, it looked cool. I didn't really play it, but it looked cool.
I loved that game.
I was kind of stuck with the PlayStation 2, and then that was it. You guys had that, and we all played it together when you guys were kids, and we stuck on that a lot. We played it a lot, but I didn't really visit any of the other games till after.
There was a dry spell for a while.
Yeah, I haven't played
the
TMNT game, but then they came out with Turtles in Time, and they came out with those arcade versions, and those were fun. Those were a lot of fun. Yeah. So
those are great.
It's great stuff, man.
Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
are the coolest.
Turtle power. Yeah, I love it.
I don't know that we'll ever do a Power Rangers episode, but
probably not.
Power Rangers is really cool too, and so is Transformers, and G.I. Joe, and Voltron.
Transformers is amazing.
And
there's a lot. There's a lot in the Transformers.
There's plenty of other shows. That are just cool. Yeah.
So.
All right.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Leonardo leads.
Donatello does machines.
That's right.
Raphael is crude, but cool.
Yep. And it'll be and Scott's favorite is
probably Leonardo.
Probably Leonardo, but I think growing up it was always Donatello.
That's probably true.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see. Scott, leave it in the comments.
Scott, let us know.
Drop it in the comments.
Which of the Turtles is your favorite?
And Brandon, go ahead and drop another one in there in the comments too.
I think Brandon's favorite is Michelangelo.
Yeah,
but I also don't know
put it in there. Put it in there.
I don't think he grew up on Turtles.
You guys will have to hit this on the couch.
I'll ask him.
Yeah,
we record the next episode in 2 days.
Awesome. So. Rock on.
All right.
Very cool.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you want to know next episode's topic in advance for a chance to have your answer featured in our next episode, check out our other podcast, Lamp into My Week. Which of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is your favorite? Let us know. God bless.
All right, Donnie, give it up. Give it up. Yeah.